Hello and a warm welcome to my channel where I cover stocks and derivative data on a daily basis. In this video, I've covered Larsen and Toubro, the MNC giant and one of the largest infrastructure players in our country. A stock which is um, uh, practically in every mutual fund, every FII's portfolio, and most investors love the stock for its uh, regular and decent appreciation, compounding wealth in every manner. And we can see it here also, right from the COVID lows, how beautifully the stock has rallied, except for the December 21 to June 22 correction. It's done pretty well. Now, after its recent Q4 results came out, uh, the stock has seen a negative reaction from there. And in a monthly, it's making a dark cloud cover. Still 11 days to go for the month, but let's see how it ends. But as of now, it's forming a dark cloud cover. It could get worse. It could also get better in the next 11 days in hand for us. In the weekly, it's for a first time since its rally from October 2022 that the baseline got violated this week. So that would mean that the short-term investors would look for some profit booking for those who have entered at lower levels, or would hedge their scenario out here. A part booking or something like that can come. As you can see out here, the baseline of Ichimoku is at 2211, and that's got violated on a closing basis this week. Now, it's a very nominal violation. Uh, if next week also it tends to stay below it or test and sink below it, then it would be a cause of worry for the short-term investor point of view, because failure to hold that would open the passage, as we see out here, of the future Kumo, which is around 2,100. That's the next major support level out here. Out here, we can see a lot of time the stock spent in this area, and this was the earlier Jan 2022 move out here, which saw 2000 odd levels out there. So this area is going to be very crucial if that 2200 breaks comes down here, out here. Let's have a look at what the daily is telling. Daily is trying to get into this cloud. Future Kumo still bullish, so not a major sell-off signal yet, even though there is a gap down out here. A gap down in such a strong stock usually indicates some kind of selling pressure took place in it because of that, something like that happening. Because if it was just a announcement of something or an event, it would have tried to fill it up. That has not happened so far in the stock. So as long as that gap area is open, 2 3 8 9 0 to 2 3 1 5, the stock will be in selling pressure, or some kind of pressure will be there in it. Failure to hold, like here, like I said, the 2100 is a solid support in it. Now, going forward, if it, from the upside point of view, let's talk about the short term view first. Going forward, if it manages to push its way up from here, so there is a resistance sitting out there at 2190, and then at 2225, like this, 2325 out here. This zone is going to be a tough zone to break. If it manages to break above this zone, then it opens up for another new high and a continuation of trend. This would be a one-off scenario out here, but needs to sustain above this level, which I have mentioned out here. On the other hand, if it just goes up like this, tries to cover the gap area out here, and then pushes its way down, then I would be more keen to see what it does out here in the weekly support area of 2100. This area here, how it behaves in this area, because this is a very crucial support area. In case it breaks that also due to any circumstances, then the next major support comes in at 2000. Failure to hold 2000 would give a lot of selling pressure on the stock, because then it would come down all the way likely towards 1700 to 1800. So that would become a medium term correction in the stock if something like that happens in it. So keep an eye on those levels, 2100 and 2000. In case of a failure, then it pushes down. Otherwise, from this 2100 level, it would again try to set an upside move from 2100 towards 2700. That's the next big resistance above the high it made in the first week of May. So very clear in the point of view that immediate short term is very uncertain for the stock because of its gap down out here, and it would do something like that. The other factor is that from when the market was correcting severely from December 2021 to 22, sorry, to March 2023, when most large caps were getting hit, Larsen had a time-wise correction in a triangle. So among all the stocks, major stocks where the correction wasn't deep, and now the correction is coming up. So some kind of balancing happening out there in Reliance possible. So keep these factors in mind, and accordingly you can set up your investments. That's how I am seeing it currently. Now let's have a look at the uh, derivative data, futures and options, and try to decode what's the scene out there. But before I go there, just a shout out to anyone who's interested in learning Ichimoku, harmonic patterns, trading psychology, risk management. My courses are available, the videos, and also the PDF. These videos are data for each topic is running into 6 to 12 hours with extensive details from the basic entry point of view till intermediate and advanced with follow through guidance and for your sorting out your queries to clarify whether you're reading it right. Hand holding is always there. Apart from that, for those who do the risk management and trading psychology session, they get 10 one-on-one live sessions with me where we decode several factors on how to reduce risk, how to improve our discipline, how to find strength, how to find weakness in a market in overall basis. Because I feel very strongly that analysis is overrated and trading discipline is very underrated in our country. People brush it below the carpet. They don't want to talk about where they are going wrong, or they don't try to look at that aspect. They are more bothered about the analysis of the stock rather than working on their mind management, which I work along with the risk management. Now let's have a look at what the option data is. Futures first, let's look at the future build-up data. And out here we can see in the future build-up data, the last 5 days, Larsen hasn't done much at all. Just a 1.6% fall in the last 5 days with a very negligible OI change. So the fall this particular week didn't see too much thing. Perhaps the week before that saw a lot of changes or long unwinding could have taken place. But this week did not show anything major. Even in the on Friday, there's not much action out there. Flattish with very little OI drop happening out there. So the future data last 5 days, nothing extraordinary bullish or bearish coming in front of us currently. Now let's have a look at the open interest of Larsen and how it's looking from a buyer-seller point of view. Yeah. So May, just 4 more trading sessions left in May. So here we don't have much to decode. Just that this why we can see the put unwinding happening out here. Nobody wants to carry the 2200 put short, and they're going. And even long, this is profit. Long unwinding of those who were long plus those who had short. The falls have melted down heavily. There's no addition which is understood towards the last 4 days because of margin issues also. But we can see the highest OI building up. There's still a big mountain for 4 days out here. So it won't be that easy in the next 4 days to cross this mountain of 2260 to 2300. These are big mountains out there. On the downside, there's a decent amount of put writing at 2160. These people have not exited their put writing. They appear to be confident that next 4 days this will hold. Even out here, in spite of the heavy unwinding which took place at 2200, there's still a decent, the PCR is not that bad at 0.89. If it shrinks below, then it will be an issue. Then 2160 would be tested. Now let's have a look at the June settlement OI data, which is still slowly building up. Very early days for that. But here it's quite clear that the 2100 put OI is already seeing a large buildup. 73,200. Like I showed you in the Ichimoku chart also, that the 2100 is a rock solid support for in case of a decline till there. You can also see the put call ratio of the 2200 is again quite decent at 0.94. But here the alarming is that there are more writers and calls than puts on Friday on the 2200 strike, making it slightly, otherwise it was a bullish one, but look at the huge wall at 2300 already in June. So June right now, the data is quite clear that at 2100 solid support and at 2300 some kind of resistance. Only if that reaches, we are talking about the where the current high is near 24, and then further up possibility could take place in that out here. Now, before I wind up, uh, disclaimer, please do not consider this as a trading tip or a trading advice. This is just for educational purposes. Before you invest or trade in the stock, invest long or exit or trade short or long, please do your research and your full study on it before coming to a conclusion on it. I hope this video is of help to you. Please don't forget to like the video and share and subscribe to the channel. Until then, happy investing.